Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Chime, and today I want to discuss a topic called Scrum Framework Enhancing the Team Collaboration and Agile Project Management. And the reason I actually made this topic is to help us shed more light on the framework called Scrum, because a lot of people have different knowledge of what they think about Scrum. And today I want to emphasize on the Scrum framework and how it enhances team collaboration and agile project management. So first of all, thank you all for joining. If this is your first time joining this presentation, and I would like to discuss this framework and how it widely adopted in agile methodology for project management. I also want to discuss how Scrum promote collaboration, iterative development, and a focus on delivering customer value. I will explain the key principle, roles, ceremonies, and artifacts of Scrum and highlight the benefit it offers to teams and organization. So let's dive into this discussion. First, what is Scrum? We have this question about what Scrum actually is, and today I want to tell you Scrum is a framework uh, for managing project using agile principles. It's widely adopted in software development and has proven effective in other business as well. And Scrum promotes flexibility, adaptability, continuous improvement, and its iterative and incremental approach allows team to deliver high quality product while responding to changing requirement and customer feedback. So Scrum has actually proven that it's effective in software development life cycle pretty much because the practice of Scrum brings about flexibility for the team, and with life software development life cycle or software development in general, requirement always change. The customer always try to bring a new requirement, and flexibility is a must when working with a software development and other areas. And not only that, we need to adapt to changes as we go. So we don't want to just like in other framework like waterfall, we have to finish the whole development of that before we come back and make those changes. But Scrum is different. As we go, we learn new things that could make the iteration better, that could bring productivity, that will enhance the output, which boils down to the lean, having that lean mindset on the team. So we go back to the team and implement those changes. That's the beauty of Scrum. So what are the agile principle? First, at the core of Scrum is the agile manifestos. So those are the things that hold the Scrum framework to be more effective than other framework. If you ask me, it might be effective for something, it might not. So don't take my word for as a 100% fact. But obviously, we've seen over the development life cycle and so many software development team, Scrum has been the most effective type of framework to apply. So let's boil down to the Agile manifestos, which emphasize four key values. The first one is individuals and iteration over processes and tools. So Scrum prioritizes the collaboration and the effective communication among team members, recognizing that people and their interaction are the key to success. So um, something I want to emphasize with this is always ensure that you're having that right conversation. It's not just going through your tools, using the burn down, the burn up chat, but also engaging your team members to get the right uh, um, right conversation for the team, something that will bring value. And that brings me to emphasize more as the agile coach or scrum master being a coach, being a facilitators, so we need to bring those good topics that can actually bring those conversations that will bring those valuable output, that will bring those answers to the team, or any question the team might have, And a second manifesto is working software over comprehensive documentation. Scrum focuses on delivering tangible and functional increment of product throughout the development process. So always help your team as a coach, as a facilitator, to see that every PI, or let's say every iteration, what is the most tangible something we could show our stakeholders that this is what we did, so always have that end goal, always have a bigger picture at the end of every iteration. That's very important, as a team. So this something Scrum framework brings to the table, where at the end of every iteration we have a iteration demo, or you could call it sprint demo. So let's let's always, as a coach, help our team see value in showing their work every end of the iteration. The third Agile Manifesto I would like to discuss today is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Scrum encourages close collaboration with the customers and stakeholders to understand their needs and deliver the value that align with their expectation. That's where the team, mostly the PO, needs to go get that um, knowledge of the product. The PO needs to know the knowledge of the product. The PO needs to go get those requirement, the business requirement, business knowledge from the stakeholders or the business owners, and bring it down to the team so we could discuss during our backlog refinement. We are getting our acceptance criteria right, so we're not just writing um, technical stuff, nice fancy technical stuff that's not actually bringing those business goal or those value to our business. So encourage the PO to do their due diligence of going out, meeting with business, getting those rights requirement that will bring value to our business owners. Let's go to the fourth one, which is responding to change over following a plan. So Scrum embrace change and knowledges, like knowledge. Uh, and that requirement and priority may involve throughout it, it provides a framework for adapting to those changes effectively. So let me go over that again. Sorry, I just had a notification on my phone, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. So Scrum embraces changes and knowledge that requirements and priority may evolve throughout the project. It provides a framework for adapting to those changes effectively. So responding to changes over a plan makes Scrum different from Waterfall, because with Waterfall we just go until the end of the whole development life cycle. But with Scrum, we always implementing those new changes that we'll find along the way. That's why your metrics and evaluating metrics, evaluating the burn up, burn down chart with your team to see where you can actually improve, or some things you can adapt as a team, is very important. So what are the Scrum, as it is, has some foundations, what we call pillars that support its principle and its practice. First, let's go with transparency. That's one of the most important thing in Scrum. The pillars are very important. If you don't build your foundation right, everything else will suffer. So let's go with transparency. Scrum emphasizes open communication, visibility of work, clear understanding of goals, processes, and challenges. So transparency helps build trust and enables effective decision making. So as a team, something I've always, as a team coach, I've always loved building a team that has transparency, because with transparency, everything flourish. You want to show your board while you're doing those daily stand-ups. You want to like show the team your board, share your board, talk about items, how it is on the board. So team members will also see what is being worked on. They can also, the people talking about what they worked on, or the team members that are actually communicating with the team what they worked on yesterday, or what they plan on working on the next 24 hours. They can actually see that. They can show the team, which is holding accountability. That comes into what we're talking about, having accountability in the team. So they showing ownership to those user stories. And also, if there's a blocker, it's visual to everyone on the team to see, okay, we have a blocker here, or this is what we need to do. So visualization in your daily stand up improve transparency, which is a key foundation, or the pillar for Scrum. Second is inspection. Regularly inspecting your product process, it helps the progress. It's very crucial in identifying any deviation, risks, or areas for improvement. It allows the team to make timely adjustment to ensure the project success. So that also brings us back to visualization. So when we, regularly do inspection, we want to see what we're inspecting. So the pillar emphasizes on that, regularly inspecting the product. And we do our inspection during the sprint review. Most Scrum team, they want to do inspection sprint review, but I want to also challenge the teams to do it pretty much every day. So your daily stand up is also a venue of doing a little bit inspection, looking through the works, code reviews, like within the teams, when you're the developers, they do code review. Those are what we're talking about as a pillar. Inspection, emphasize on inspection. So everything we do, wanna have that mindset of involving these three pillars to make it strong, to make the foundation strong, which is inspection, transparency, and that brings us to our third one, adaptation. So in Scrum encourages team to embrace changes and adjust their approach accordingly. So adaptation can take various forms, such as updating the backlog, the product backlog, refining the process, or modifying the team strategy. And we could get our adaptation from different ceremonies. When you think about ceremonies, think about these three pillars. You want to think about these three fundamental pillars that support the principle. So whenever you're doing those ceremonies as a coach, as a scrum master, as agile coach, always think about these three pillars. Is this ceremony actually bringing any one of these as a value? Is it bringing transparency? Is it bringing inspection into the things that we worked on? Is it bringing adaptation, which we get from an example of ceremony? We can get adaptation is your retrospective. We review things that we worked on. What are the changes? What are the changes we made last sprint that actually worked this sprint? Or what are the changes we need to make that can work next sprint. So, or what are the things we need to change, or what are the things we need to adopt from the previous one. So adaptation is very important in every ceremonies. You're looking at it, reviewing it, ensuring that you're taking the good into the next one and dropping the bad with this one. So that brings us to Scrum roles. So in Scrum, we have roles. In every other team, we have roles in every other team. Like in a soccer team, you have the goalkeeper or the goalie. We have the defense. We have the strikers. We have the coach. So everybody has a role in Scrum team. For us, there are three primary roles that are essential for the success project execution, right? So the first role I want to discuss is the role of the product owner. Who is the product owner? The product owner represents the stakeholders, and they are responsible for maximizing the value of the product being developed. They define and prioritize the product backlog, ensuring it reflects the needs and the priority of the stakeholders. If you remember, I talked about the product owner going to the business, the stakeholders gathering more knowledge about this product and sharing it with the team during the backlog refinement. So the product owner plays a key role in the team, like being an advocate or being a bridge between the business owner or the product owner and the team, which is the Scrum Master and the development team. So they play a bridge that connects us to the sense of what the product own the stakeholders are asking for. So the product owner are the people that actually, or the person that actually go out there to ensure that we have the business sense. The team has the business sense and communicates it through the backlog refinement. So I want to encourage the team to always ask those questions, during the backlog refinement. Those are the time. I mean, we can actually ask questions every ceremonies. We can ask during the daily stand-up, but most importantly, when we're discussing about the backlog, doing a refinement on it, we as a team want to ask the product owner question, especially the development team. And this is a very interesting role, and a lot of people have had so many questions about who is a Scrum Master. So it brings us to our next role in a Scrum in a team, a Scrum team. We have the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master acts as a servant leader for the team. He in facilitating the Scrum processes and ensuring adherence to the Scrum principle. They remove any obstacles or implement things that the team might, like practices the team might benefit from. They also help with impediment that might hinder the team's process and help in creating a productive and collaborative environment for the team. So a Scrum Master has a big hat to wear in a Scrum team. They are the ones that advocate for a better practice, observe, I always tell new Scrum Masters, that observation is the key if you want to be a successful Scrum Master. So don't see yourself as a solution. Always see yourself as a person that helps the team to get the solution. So as a Scrum Master, you need to observe, see where you can actually help the team. Don't think